Hello guys, I'm Sam from The Verdict, and today we are going to look at a basic tutorial of how to use After Effects. This is a beginner tutorial of how you want to work around in the After Effects and see different things, and how you can easily add effects to some videos that you want or other things. Okay, so let's get started with how you can import stuff into the After Effects. We just need to go into files, import a file. Let's import a small video here. It should be okay. I found a video. So the video is imported into the After Effects. You will see that under the project a video comes along. Now all I have to do to add it to the composition is to either drag it into the column that is below that. The composition will automatically come. All the settings that are there, like the frames, the ratio, the starting time, is automatically defined. You can add a new composition by going into new and adjusting the size accordingly, and the time that you want, and the background color, and the name of the composition. All the other options you can find there. The dragging of the video will just automatically arrange all the settings according to the video, which is a much easier way. But there are other ways, like I showed you. You go into the composition here, or you just click on this button here, which will create a new composition. Okay, now we have the video here. Once we add the video, you will see that this panel just has more options here. You see that there is some time written here. Your render queues moves a little ahead, and we see that this little bar is there. What this means is that this video is this much long, right? If I move ahead in the timeline, this is what we call timeline, right? You will see that the video moves in a specific time. You can see which is where, right? This is the whole area. This is the starting point. We can you know reduce the starting point if I want to reduce the video a little. This is the ending point. If I want to reduce the ending, I want to reduce the video a little, because once I've specified the time, that does not mean that's the end of the world. We can still change it, right? You can use the E button and the S button accordingly to adjust the starting and the ending time. And if I want to work more closely into a certain time, all I need to do is use this option. It will just zoom into a specific time. I can do minute changes into this. So that's neat. Okay, so that's all we need to know about the you know time frame. Okay, so we are working on this proportion. We could go, we need the 100% there, so that everything is on the screen. We can work on all the corners. This is the time. We are working on half of the resolution, which is good, so that the things are much faster. Like this, we can go on to the full, but we should keep it to the half so we can work faster. Okay, so now we have the video. We have seen that how things work out. If we can move around in the time frame, if you want to go into a specific time, you go there, you type a specific time here, right? If I want to go just to 1 minute, it will just take me there. Okay, now let's say I want to have a logo here. I can follow the same procedure, go into import the file, but let's say I want to drag and drop. I will just go where the logo is, and sorry, I'm really sorry. Just need to drag and drop the logo into the project. Everything goes into the project, only then it goes into the composition. Sorry for me dragging directly there. Now once it is into the project, all you need to do is drag it into the video, right? So now as you can see, this is just too big. Now I press the S button, right? I press the S button, and you see that the scaling option comes here. We can easily scale it. We are going to downscale this a little, right? And it's as easy as that, right? The other way to do it, we can just use these dots to specify whichever size we want, but this will not be proportional If we wanted to go into a definite size, we press the shift button and it will zoom in and zoom out like that, scale in, scale out, to be more specific, in a definite pattern without distorting the image. Okay, now we want this to, okay, this does not look right. Let's not worry about that. Okay, now I want this to position a little different. I want this to, be there. We click P. Once we click P, we get the position here. We can use these to move it on the side like that. We can define different points here so that it moves exactly to that point, or you could just move it like that. The other way to do it is you click it and you just drag it. That's it. Same like that, we want to scale it, you click the scaling we have already done. If you want to rotate it, we click R and the rotation comes in. We can rotate it as when whatever angle we want. Sorry. Okay, now let's go into a little more deeper and see how the effects work. We can go into the scaling and the rotation by going into transform. I like to do it like that because all the options comes here. We can easily work on that, which is the way I like it. Okay, let's say I want to move this logo throughout the video. So the simple thing that you need to know in After Effects is that you need to define which thing should be where in the time frame, right? It's as simple as that. You just define what thing is supposed to be where in the time frame, and it will be there and it will do that accordingly, right? So if I want that on this time this logo should stay here, so I click on this clock on the position. Once I click that, you will see that there is a golden diamond that is coming there, which we call a keynote, right? This says that at this moment this logo in or at this time will be here, right? And let's say I move a little forward. Now at this moment, at this second, I want this logo to be at a different position, right? We all know how to change the position. We can use this option, we can have the coordinates here, or the easy way around is we just move it. We're going to drag it. Once we drag it, you will see that there is the location, there is the line there which will show you the path, and at this moment the position of this logo is here. This means that at this position the logo will be here. We will have a keynote here. We can select the other keynote to redefine the position of that into the time frame, but we won't do that because let's not go into big details here. So as I move around, you can see that the logo moves. Let's say I go further into the time. I want the logo to come back. I move it. Go down. Okay, so the keynote comes here. So the logo has moved. Now if I see through the video, you will see that the logo comes up and it goes down. It's that easy. That's the positioning. Let's say I want it to increase its size and decrease its size. We are going to follow the same procedure. We are going to click on the start and stopwatch that is in front of the scaling. We will adjust at what moment, at the what size it should have, and it will have that thing. So what does zooming in zooming out means? That what it's going to reduce its size. So we are going to move forward in the time. We are going to give it a little smaller size here. The keynote will appear automatically. We'll go in further into the time and we will increase the size, right? And when we look around, you will see the effect. It's that easy. Same thing goes for the rotation. You specify different rotation. If you want it to appear and disappear, you can use this opacity. Like the thing is already appearing here. I go ahead into the time, and let's say I put 0, it will just vanish. The opacity is, how much do you want it to look, how, if you want it a little transparent or you want the full colors to appear there. That's just how opacity is. If I go into 0, nothing will appear. I move a little forward into the time, I want it to start appearing a little, and then I move a little more forward in the time and I just want it to come appear completely. So as you can see, if I move into the time frame, the logo will disappear and appear. See, neat, isn't it? So this is some basic tests that you can do by just, positioning, rotation, and size. Let's now go more deeper into stuff. Let's say I want to blur this. I want to put different effects. You see the effect panel here. You can use this. You can, straightforward find the whichever effect you want here, or you can just select it from here. Go into effects option, see the blurring, and you can see the box blur here. I want to apply the box blur, or you can apply anything if you want, whichever effect you want, transition, you can easily select it here, apply it, but we are just going to blur this. So I will select the box blur, and you will see that the effect controls has the box blur here. You can find the box blur by typing, let's say, blur only. If you don't know the exact name of the effects, and you type blur, and you will find that the box blur is here. You just take this and drag it on the video if you want the effect to be on the video, or if you want it to be on the logo, you select the video, you drop it on the logo. Okay, so we have the box blur here. Again, we are going to follow the same procedure, right? We are going to specify at what moment this effect should look like what, right? So we have a blur radius. If we move around, you will see that it blurs out. Again, we are going to click on the start and stop watch. At this moment, I want the logo to appear. I move a little forward. I want the blurring should start. I will go a little forward more, and I want the blurring to be even more. And by the end of it, I want the blurring to be 100%, and it will just not be there anymore. And as I will see through the video, the thing blurs out, and that's just how easy it is to apply all the effects. You can apply the other effects from here. If I want a bilateral, I just go again, drop it on the logo, and it will have a bilateral effect too, and comes back. It's kind of easy. Like I told you, there are some basic steps that you need to follow. Just apply the effect and then tell the software at what point it should look like what. There are other, things that you can do to just fasten your stuff. Like, if I want to add a blur effect, I just type blur here, and I will have all the searches of blur. Whatever effect sounds like or is like blur, has a name similar to blur, has blur in it, will just come around. Now the box blur that we did, I could just shift it, I can just select it and drag it to the video if I want the effect on the video, or on the logo, right? And I just apply it, and you can see that the effect just comes to the logo. You can use the settings to have this effect too. If you want two effects, you can add different effects to it. If you want one effect to supervise the other, all you got to do is keep that on the top, right, and keep the other one on the down point. Whichever is on the top supervises and the other one just follows that after the first effect is complete, after what you do in the first effect, right? These are some basic things that you need to know. Then once you have done all your things, all you got to do is go into the composition and add to render, right? When you click into the render, be sure that you know what you are, what you want, which format do you want, sorry. So in the format, I would recommend that you go with this, H.264. This is something that has a good resolution, small size, and YouTube will just accept it as quickly. If you have some audio there, do not forget to click the audio button here, audio output. You want the audio to come, and you just then click OK. Then you go to output 2, select where you want the output to come, just save, right, and click on render. All this will render. And before you do render, either you can click the play button here. It will just play whatever effects that you placed on it, and it will just go through the things, and you can check if everything is working or not. If you want it to do it in real time, you click on the RAM preview. It will eat up a lot of your RAM, but it will show you exactly how it's going to be, right? So that's it for now, guys. I hope this video helps you. If there are some questions that you need answered, or is there some things that you think that you are missing, do type in the comments. I would